Chat Podcast, episode 47.
Nearly there.
3 more, we'll be 50. Yeah. 3 more, and we will be 50.
5 more will be.
We're getting on. We're getting on. Jesus. Right, so myself, Ratty, and Tom. Chris is not with us today.
I know. Will he ever come back?
Will he ever come back?
He's tied up with work.
He's tied up with stuff. He's literally tied up somewhere.
Thinking about it, it's not actually almost 50 actual podcasts, though, is it? Because we got a couple of videos mixed in with, haven't we?
Is it?
Yeah.
No, not the episodes. They're separate. So, I don't. Yeah, whenever we've done like the cheeseburger challenge, I never put episode such and such.
Right.
This is all separate of the episodes.
Sorry about that, guys.
I think actually,
I should guilty confession. I had a cheeseburger today. In fact, I had 2 cheeseburgers today.
Cheating bastard.
And because of that, I'm gonna order a McDonald's. So,
well, funny enough,
I'll justify it because everybody I know is having a Sunday dinner. I've not been invited, so fuck them.
They are taking thy piss.
I'm gonna get Ratty you in on this. A fucking McDonald's.
What are you gonna go for, guys?
My usual quarter pounder large Diet
5
Coke
burgers.
with 2 double cheeseburgers, maybe a flurry.
2 milkshakes.
Yeah.
You know, by the time the milkshakes come, though, see, this is what I never get.
No,
about
they're quick, bro.
No, that's what I mean. By the time you've eaten your food and it's actually got you, is the McFlurry still solid?
Yes.
Or is it like water?
Yeah, or put it in your fridge for a bit until you fucking eat it.
I just put it in the fridge, No, it's really quick. It's like 15-20 minutes to get you.
Well, funny enough, I saw a guy...
as soon as they get in the car, they're only doing a one delivery stop from there. It's just...
The only issue we've had is one of the last times I ordered it, clearly he took his corners too sharp because the drinks have spilt in the bag. But it's not the end of the world. You just say to Uber, not happy with the drinks, and they just refunded me like that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Let's hope it happens again.
That was probably when you fucking turned yourself around by there.
It's funny because if you order Uber Eats, you can see they get lost. So it's his little car.
He's going down our way, stupid fuck.
I'm like, where you fucking going? You come back then. So
well, guys, when you order a Domino's now, you can actually watch the cars. And
True,
I was getting really pissed off because the guy was like going past our street, but he obviously had 3 or 4 deliveries before.
Yeah, I was actually doing overtime in work, and whilst on the shift, members of staff were walking through. They were working on late with like Domino's, and you could just smell like, oh, I'm fucking so hungry.
Oh, people order food in work, do they?
Well, if they're stopping on late, sometimes they do. Yeah. Like, so I said to Mark, who was working on late with me, I said, we're getting Domino's. She's like, yeah, fair play. So
quite I take.
I ordered the cheeseburger pizza from Domino's.
Right. Nice.
That's the new one, isn't it?
Really nice. Yeah, ground beef. Nice. The gherkins on the top. Like a splashing of mustard as well. It's really tasty, actually. Yeah, really nice. So I ordered 2 13.5-inch pizzas, and I put a voucher on it, and it came to £14.
That's good.
Which is really good for
Domino's.
$.
If we do enough, it would become a burger, wouldn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like a calzone burger.
Don't get me wrong, I love it like a proper, like...
See, that's what I don't get with calzones. Right? It's just a pizza.
Yeah, literally folded over.
Yeah.
And it's such... The double the price on it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all that effort it takes, though, right, isn't it?
I remember when I was in Italy, guys, right, the food, like everyone goes on about Italy, the food being amazing, but it freaking wasn't, right? But anyway.
Really?
Yeah,
that surprises me. I thought it would have been lush.
But I had the best pizza I've ever had in my life there. It was a proper calzone, proper in one of those proper ovens. It was absolutely beautiful.
You haven't had a calzone till you go to Bloodstock.
To Bloodstock?
Oh, yes.
Have you been to Bloodstock as well, James?
Yeah, I've been a few times.
So what is Bloodstock for people who don't know? Like,
right, can I just... Do you want a can? I'm going to get a can quick.
Oh, no, I'm all right, cheers.
Yeah, go on then.
Pepsi Max or Rat. It's not
no.
So,
right,
Steve,
explain.
What's Bloodstock? Just a hard rock...
Yeah, it's a music festival. Happens between... like middle August. 4-day event off Derbyshire. Was it Castle something? I can't remember where the exact location is, but it's in Derbyshire anyway. But it's a 4-day event, camping, music, live music, rock music, some cheesy music.
Is it good though?
Yeah, they got fairs, shops, anything you need, you got it.
Everything a man could love. What's that quote off the 310 Yoma? You go to Dodge City, it gives you everything a man could ever love to want.
Yeah. No, it's
like
it's,
a blood.
It's if you like rock metal, all types of metal, there, mind. I think they don't realise that metal is just not one kind of music.
Of course,
it's a huge umbrella, and there's so many different genres of metal underneath that umbrella. And what Bloodstock do great is they get the big bands, and the venue is very good, but it's not ridiculously big. So you're not trying to get to the front of the stage. You don't feel like you're too far back. Everything's close by to get to.
Yeah, it's a nice venue.
It's really, really good venue. But I've been a couple of times and I love it.
Do big bands like Black Sabbath and all that go there?
Or Black Sabbath, not anymore. They probably would have if it was. Because it's only been going around since, late 2000? No, 2008, 2009 was it started?
No, before that, early 2000s, it was just in a community hall.
So.
Yeah, but it's way before then. But it only really got big a few years back, didn't it? Like in terms of the big venue that it is now.
Festival, because that's already started off in a community hall.
Yeah.
And they get
bands,
a one-day event.
The big bands like Slayer, Megadeth, Judas Priest. I missed that. I'd love to go and see.
Guys, I don't know any of these. You're naming them. Apart from Slayer, I don't know any of these.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, because but we have a ritual. Like I've been a few times, and usually on the last act of the whole festival, what we do is we just headbang away, and we go then to get a calzone. And just have a fucking few beers and a couple of cigarettes.
And then eat it in A&E, is it?
And then eat it. No, honestly, the most tranquil, peaceful place you could be on this planet.
No, but headbanging isn't good for you because you can't headbang no more, can you, Steve?
No.
Yeah, so it is actually quite bad for you, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's not like you got fucked up. Or
yeah, no, I just mean physically.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like repetitive strain, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like a sports injury, right? That's dedication.
If your body popping, you're gonna pop an injury.
Yeah. I mean, over time, like the last time you went out, it was a while ago, wasn't it? We went to Fuel Bar.
Is that where you come home with the noose?
You would come home with the noose, yeah.
I was just before Christmas. Yeah, it was just before Christmas.
Just before Christmas, and my neck the next day was fucking killing me.
I was right, because I didn't move around that much. If I did, I'd bang out. I wasn't doing the fast, ferocious fucking thing.
Yeah.
I was just going like that.
That was enough on this, Steve.
Yeah.
Do you like metal then? You don't like metal?
Well, I say that. I like Ozzy Osbourne. I like Black Sabbath.
Yeah, that's cool.
Some of their music.
Yeah.
What's that? Crazy Train specifically.
Crazy, yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah. I do like.
So it could be a matter if you've just not been exposed to enough of it.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah.
But
what's that song? That's a heavy metal song.
What's that one?
Oh, Sweet Child of Mine. That's heavy metal, isn't it?
That's rock.
Rock, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shows what I know.
Yeah. That's rock. Yeah, it's good. It's good though.
The good thing about the festivals and all that, you get people there, and it's just they are scary looking people, but what the nicest and gentle people.
Yeah, you find that, don't you? You find that.
Such a misconception.
And they cater for everyone. Kids enjoy themselves being there.
Yeah. Our mate Paul
disabled people they cater for there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, our mate Paul has been with his little girl, and they have like these special like ear defenders for kids because it can get quite loud and quite roar, like
when I say ear defender, a big fuck off headphones.
Yeah, looks like a fucking Doctor Who, but kids love it there,
Guys, who's that band? And they just do that. They literally just they're famous. They just like literally shout.
There's a lot of bands who do that.
Yeah.
No, there's one I've heard a specific like. Not Kiss, obviously not Kiss. Because Kiss are they heavy metal? Or they're more
they're like hair metal, glam hair metal, but they dress kind of gothic-y looking.
Yeah.
But they're not gothic.
But they're more of a business,
Jewish.
though, aren't they? Yeah, they are, aren't they? They're more like a commercial sort of.
Oh yeah.
So
They just do crazy
they
face
got-
paint and all
They
that.
got like
but,
cartoons done of them and all.
Yeah. They just No, they're a cool band. No, there's a lot of growly bands out there. But again, there's a lot of metalheads who don't like the growly stuff, like the death metal. They more like hair metal or thrash metal or whatever.
Oh, there's different. There's like subgenres.
Yeah, you like redneck metal,
grind metal,
industrial metal, black metal, gothic. Yeah. There's loads. Yeah. Nemo. Yeah. There's even a band who are metal or rock metal, and their whole thing is fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger films.
Yeah. Annie Corp.
Annie Corp. Yeah.
See, that sounds quite cool.
Yeah, it's really good. It's funny.
Guy just dressed up in the leather jacket.
Yeah.
It's like Arnold.
Get to the chopper.
I wonder if people like that make enough money for it to be like their full-time careers.
Well, I mean, all you need to have is a pool. I mean, we know this from the filmmaking thing. Is you need to have a pool of a few thousand people who enjoy your music.
Yeah.
They'll buy it for a reasonable price. You can live off it. Maybe you won't buy 50 mansions, but you could live off that.
You could buy one.
Bloodstock do have a tent for unsigned bands.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, yeah.
Oh, that's quite
Well, there's
cool.
3 stages, isn't there? There's the Sophie Lancaster one.
And usually they have a competition as well together, which they also hold in a fuel bar.
Yeah.
Like the winner of it gets to...
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And they have all like the vendors there, don't they? All the kind of, steak. I had a lovely steak and cheese. I love this, right? So I think I had fish and chips. Then I went straight to Senegal.
Oh, yeah, you did a food crawl.
Literally.
James is the only person I've ever known to order 2 main meals in a restaurant.
Yeah. No, I went to the fish and chip store. I had fish and chips.
Then you had the steak burger.
And then I went to this other place because I literally finished that, put it in the packaging in the bin. I thought I want a steak burger now. But what I loved about it is not only was it proper steak burgers and all the rest of it, but you have like your condiments, like your sauce and all that. Well, right next to it, they had a big jar of fucking jalapenos.
Oh.
So you just help yourself. So I just fucking chuck loads of jalapenos in this steak burger. Oh, it was so good.
Funny enough, we went to TGI Fridays. It would have been probably before Christmas. And Alfie was eating something off my brother's plate, and we thought it was just onions. But it turned out to be fried jalapenos.
Oh, no. Sorry,
No,
that guy we
he
talked about
bad.
last week.
It was you sent that video clip, Ben, was it?
Yeah, it was me, yeah.
Last week's fucking show.
He got fucking backlash. You did, didn't he?
Didn't put on Facebook, did you?
No,
There you go.
no.
There you go. I might stage something. I might just put like chocolate powder or something, and then pretend Caden's like I'm making Caden eating like chili powder or whatever.
But the guy did. He was eating something as sticky.
The wings,
He thought he had all the spice sauce fingers, and he just went to his son, not realizing he still
They're
had
quite
some.
tolerant though, babies. Like, I remember when
it
Caden
didn't faze him at all.
was about Alfie's age, and I remember like leftover burritos. They weren't scalding hot, spicy, but they were quite spicy. And he had a bit. And he was like, he quite enjoyed it.
His kids, and it's like Alfie. He's forever banging his head at the minute because he don't walk any.
Oh,
He runs
mate,
everywhere.
you wait.
And you do
It
things
gets
sometimes.
fucking worse.
Well, he's got a little mark on his head. I hope it's not a scar for life. I hope he'll go eventually.
Oh,
But he's
trust
got a
me,
little
they'll have
scar.
scars. I got scars on my knees. Caden's got one now on his nose, like a little twirl thing. But
twirl thing?
yeah, where he sliced his nose.
Oh right, of course.
It's
he did, yeah.
shaped to like a twirl. I mean, it's gonna take like another year, I reckon, before it gets a lot better. You can see it now. Well, sometimes you can, but then, like today, his nose was cold. So it's quite cold outside. He was quite prominent. You could see it, but the gash went from his nostril there all the way around and kind of curls at the front.
Oh right.
So it'd be quite an interesting little like scar you'll have. They will, mate.
Yeah.
They fuck you up. I mean, I gashed my knee open. I was fighting with my brother up by there. He threw me on the grass. He was like a smash bottle. I didn't even know. Right, it sliced me that kind of quick and deep, like it's almost like a shark bite. They say sometimes you don't feel a shark bite because it's just so.
True.
It's like razor sharp, yeah. But I come home. I was like fucking blood. And my mum sat me on a stool. I had my wellies on. And my welly was filling up with blood, and you could see my kneecap.
Oh,
I was stopped by a sledge when we used to have snow.
Yeah. Oof.
Like where we got like the hill, sledge down there. I went down, came in behind me in a homemade sledge from wood.
Yeah.
Straight to my leg by there. But it hurt, but I didn't know it was bleeding.
Yeah.
Until I pulled the trousers down, but because it was so cold, it freezed the blood.
Oh.
Nasty. Well, it wasn't long after Caden's nose like nearly come off his fucking face, and that was horrific. It was like maybe I don't know what a month after that, maybe 2 months after. I get a phone call in work.
Less than that.
Probably less than that, yeah. Like a matter of weeks after that, I get a phone call off Anne-Marie, his mum. He's gone down on the skateboard, put his fingers under the...
remember,
And he's ripped off his 2 fucking nails in his hand.
Jeez.
So his nose is healing, and next year his fucking fingernails are ripped off. And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
That's a summer holiday you'll always remember.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be like Pudsey Bear, James. A massive
mate, I'm
bandage
telling
around
you.
his head.
They'll have it. They'll absolutely
I
have
think
it.
he's been liking him. I think he wants to injure himself a bit.
But it's like Alfie, he's forever got like marks on his head where he's just headbutting and he don't walk, he runs everywhere.
He said to me the other day, Caden, stop calling me clumsy. I'm like, mate, you're so fucking clumsy. It's unbelievable.
But
they just, it's with boys. It's just that no fear mentality. Like it's just like, oh yeah.
Line-ups and thing. We all used to be like now, if you climbed across the ring, you'd be like, ah.
I'm surprised I haven't got much more scars, to be honest. I got scars there from when we used to put like hot lighters in our, like, to test your pain threshold or out cigarettes on yourself. Yeah, I got marks there from out cigarettes
It's
on
like
myself.
the Terminator, isn't it?
Honestly. But you do it. God, do it, pussy. Yeah, fuck you all. Well, I'm going to do it. Well, you do it now. And it's like this daredevil, egging each other on fucking
Alpha
thing.
male thing, yeah.
And kids I remember when I was younger, we used to do the most ridiculous, stupid things. I remember at one stage, it was in Lannan High School, people would go around trying to knock each other out.
Well, we used to, right? We had this weird, I don't know how it came about, but I think it was like Form 1 or Form 2. And somebody got strangled, and they said it went really bright light and tingly, and they collapsed, and it was like weird. So we all tried doing it.
I think that's called dying, James.
Well, pretty honestly, this is how dangerous it was. So we all spent like the afternoon choking each other till we pass out, right? And then you wake up. I remember waking up all tingly on the floor. Like where your senses are coming back. Like, fucking hell, boys, that was amazing. Right, go on, do it to me. She's like... And then in high school, then it was the dinner hour. We used to eat our chips up by the pub. And,
funny enough, I used to eat my chips in the pub as well.
There was like a ritual in Lanheading. And a friend of ours was like, all right, do it to me. So, all right. And so I pinned him up against the retreat pub wall, choked him. He kind of coughed. So I thought, he wants to breathe. So I kind of like stepped back. He collapsed on the concrete, had a mild seizure of sorts, right? My mate Paul's just still eating his chips like that. I'm like, oh,
Is he putting his hand licking yours?
yeah, he's sticking my chips. He's like, I think I've killed him. So he had a huge lump on his head like that. And he got up. He's like, boys, I was fucking weird. I know. And we just sat there going like that. And I was watching thinking, don't go again. Fucking don't start spasming on the fucking floor. That's how stupid you were. That's how fucking... Yeah. What a ridiculous thing to do. Because if you hold on too long, you could starve the oxygen to their brain and they could be fucking brain dead or kill them outright. It's so stupid.
I remember when we were younger... it's a housing estate there now. There used to be an old abandoned barn. We used to climb up on the roof, which is probably about 30, 40 foot. It was massive.
Yeah.
And there was like this bit metal beam at the end. I presume it was to pull up hay and stuff like that. We used to hang on the edge and see who could climb out as far as you could. And it was an old rusty thing. When you were on, it was blowing the wind. And then that wasn't enough.
But that age, Joe, your upper body strength is amazing because you're light as fuck.
Yeah.
No, do it when you're carrying 15 stone, you're fucked.
Well, talking about that, I was just talking about this earlier, right, guys? So I went to Boots earlier to do this, because obviously the wedding. Just want to see if I can shift some weight before the wedding, but I can't do much because I still got that bloody hernia. So hopefully I can have that operation soon.
Just keep plowing the McDonald's, Tom.
Well, to be fair, it's my first takeaway in about... I found that before Christmas.
You've done well. Yeah. What's that?
Still enjoy the food you like? Or just go to the toilet after.
Yeah, well, freaking Roman style, Roman feasting style.
Yeah, they're both you diet at the same time and you enjoy the food you like.
So anyway, guys, so I went to Boots, right? I've got all my stats here, funny enough, and Claire's. I won't show you Claire's.
She'd kill you.
So it reckons I'm 13 stone 2.
So right. You go there and you just fill in your details.
No, you go on there, you step on this, you pay a quid. The difference between 70p and a quid, right? So I thought. Claire only had a quid, so I got throw a quid in Claire. So
it's such a tight ass.
No, I literally I haven't got my wallet. That's why I had to bring milk today for the podcast. I brought some milk, but it was from Sean and Kay, so I didn't have my wallet with me.
You'd be stingy today.
No, I left the house without bringing it. But anyway, right. Yeah. So it says my weight, which is 13 stone 2 or 83 kilograms.
Okay.
And then it goes on to say my BMI, which is 30.3%.
So 30.3% body fat.
BMI.
Oh, body mass index.
It reckons my body fat is almost 50%. 47%. But that don't...
by a machine like that, I can't tell that.
Yeah, because all I have to do is put a machine on there. And
Hey,
All they're doing is they're just guessing by. Do you tell your height in it?
Yeah, you just put your height on.
They're going by the height.
Yeah, and I think it's going on the height and BMI.
Yeah, I won't believe her, yeah.
Because I'm not overweight. I know I need to lose weight, but I'm not like...
Yeah, you're not fucking drastically overweight.
No.
Like,
But I just need to lose
if Rey
weight.
Mysterio went on the machine, they'll tell him he's probably 18%.
Oh, yeah,
fat.
yeah.
He's 15 stone full of muscle.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
short. He's like 5'6".
There's no way you could really get a proper
From a proper
body
doctor,
fat. You need
You need the
use
proper pincers.
Yeah, you need
I might speak to my mate Lloyd. He does body fat and do it properly. Like
I don't worry about it, man. I just don't worry about it.
Oh no, I didn't.
Just exercise harder, Tom.
Well, I
Be a
can't.
McDonald's,
Don't
Tom.
do 10 press-ups, do 20.
No, well, I can't do any at the minute because I got a hernia, haven't I? So I have to.
Guess one of those slender tones.
I can strangle it.
You
like
can
this.
eat and get a workout at the same
That
time.
would be so funny. Having somebody one of those on just stuffing a kebab in their face.
Guys, we could do a brilliant sketch about that.
I did 1,000 sit-ups.
How's the exercise going? Great.
Anyway, guys, we haven't started with any stories.
All right,
We should
okay,
start
let's get into
with Cardiff football one. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, on a sad note, Cardiff footballer. Let me just go. What's the story going on here then?
It's Sala, isn't it? Sala.
Yeah.
Sadly.
There was an update on the matter. There was a story. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So, unfortunately, a future player, which Cardiff bought, Emiliano Sala, obviously come into Cardiff, his plane disappeared, and him and the pilot are probably. Where's it to now? Yeah. So obviously there was how many days do they do of the search? It's a few days.
3 days, wasn't it?
Yeah,
3 days search, and unfortunately, because they've not been found, the chances of being found alive are very, very slim. So they called it off. But there's been a fundraising campaign.
It was about
aimed at
2080, something like that.
relaunching the search for missing Cardiff striker Emiliano Sala has reached its revised target of 300,000.
Wow.
There's a GoFundMe page set up by French sports agency Sport Cover. They say it's motivated by the urgency of the situation and the decision of authorities not to pursue the search. Cardiff joined Lionel Messi and Diego Maradona in demanding the hunt for the plane carrying their missing Argentine forward to start again after the search for Sala and pilot David Ibbotson was called off on Thursday. Yeah, it was 3 days of scouring the English Channel. It's so cold. It's so vast.
It's mad.
No
isn't it?
signs of wreckage.
It's mad how they reckon the English Channel is the busiest shipping lane in the world, or if not one of the. And you think that someone would see something, wouldn't you? Like if a boat was floating around or a wreck, someone would have come across it pretty quick.
I suppose what's important for the family is, morbid as it sounds, but the likeliness that he's alive.
Yeah.
But the family are
very
keeping
slim, but they are just
faith to think that he's still alive because there's no body found.
But at the very least, is it important that at least have his body?
Well, that's the thing. The thing is, imagine it was your son, your brother, your sister, anything. Until you see that body, you're going to think, no, he's the 1%.
Well, hopefully he's got a bloody, he's been found or picked up and he's lost his memory and he's okay. But
well, yeah, it's weird thing. Look at freaking Robinson Crusoe. We've all seen Lost.
Yeah.
No, Castaway, we all seen
Castaway,
that.
yeah.
But you never know, weird things happen. But, part of you always thinks, they survived. It's such a tragic
It's unusual
story.
for a private plane to be used, though, is it? I mean, I was saying he was arranged
not a
himself.
private plane. That specific plane, yes, but a private plane, not much, because he was private jet.
That specific plane, because he wasn't like your traditional.
The agents said something about he booked a plane, but he didn't know what plane or pilot was.
Yeah.
Was flying it.
Yeah,
like they're questioning the pilot, aren't they? They did.
If he had a commercial license, because he had a private license, but not a commercial one. But what they do, I was reading.
Is that a bit of a scapegoat thing? Do you think?
Yeah, well, that's what they do. They say, basically, it's kind of like when people don't work, they can't work, they're not employed, but they work for expenses or something,
Yeah.
and then they get a way around it that way.
Again, there was apparently worrying messages he sent out Sala to his family about this plane doesn't appear to be quite in good nick.
God, you'd be
I
horrible.
wouldn't risk that. Fuck that.
No way. If I was on that sort of money, I'd freaking get a private jet and I'd get 2 engineers on there and I get him to check it 10
Well,
times.
I just go commercial.
Ronaldo, didn't he? On that day it happened, he put a post,
He did. Oh,
like
yeah.
a selfie of him on a nice cushy plane, saying that he's just paid off his
70 million
his tax thing,
Yeah.
which as normal people will be imprisoned for. But
Yeah,
you know,
you gotta pay that tax. They'd be getting
It's
stuck in
money
jail.
talks, doesn't it?
yes.
Money talks. If he could pay all that money back.
Yeah.
And he could.
But Gary Lineker sent him a tweet saying, "Not a good time."
But these people are so
Yeah.
wrapped up. Like we talked about selfish people earlier.
Could he be aware of it, though?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Could he be aware of it?
He had his own.
I hate all that. It's not a good time.
He got his own personal thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not being funny, yeah. I mean, okay, you could, whatever you want to say about Cristiano Ronaldo, but not everybody's aware of this story.
Yeah. And the thing is, James, like we were saying about selfish people, not necessarily Ronaldo in this instance, but selfish people, I think.
But
some people are so
I've
wrapped up
seen
in
a
their own
lot.
shit.
I mean, okay, it could be PR stuff. There's a lot of footage of Ronaldo really appreciating young
Yeah.
fans. I've seen loads of videos of that guy reaching out and spending time with fans and all that. You know, you could argue it's vanity or
I just
stage, but
there must be something in the Spanish tax system. I know I was reading before about
I
it's
think
a really
Lionel
dodgy
Messi
one.
got caught
Loads
up
of
in that as
players
well,
are.
didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah, yeah.
Him and
I
his
think-
But then
family.
how much are they being persuaded by dodgy accountants and stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that, you know?
Right, even though how much money they earn, they still want to pay as least as possible,
Oh, yeah.
and they do.
'Cause it's
How
like
many
all-
celebrities
Like,
do
like
that?
what happened to Jimmy Carr and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Well, they're advised, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we got all this money, but we can have more money if we do this, this, and this.
It's not illegal.
No.
We
Yeah.
just like to, pay your country
I
back.
personally like. Do their accountants get reprimanded or?
No, they do.
or-
Accountants who sites. My parents got a company and they got accountants, and it basically says they act on your behalf, but they basically say the responsibility to pay your taxes ultimately with you.
See, how else would they know about these loopholes or
Yeah, 'cause
these
what it
ways
is,
without being advised by your accountant?
Yeah.
Nobody says, "Oh, I don't want to pay tax."
What it is, like you two both said, is some accountants who go, come with me, I can save you £5 million every year in your tax bill. Just
Yeah.
pay us like 100 grand. And what they do, they register in the Isle of Guernsey or freaking
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And then,
An off-country
Yeah.
thing. It's still legit.
yeah, but it's immoral. They say,
But, yeah.
not illegal, immoral, but fuck
It
it.
should be going into your country
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you're staying, you're living, not someone else's.
But you think of these massive companies who win billions and billions of pounds a year, and they don't pay a penny in tax. And me and you pay more than some of these companies.
Well, that's
Between
what
that-
I mean. This whole Brexit thing is bringing up things like that, isn't it?
But it
How
won't
much tax
stop
is
it.
being avoided,
Yeah.
being paid in this country, and it should be being paid. Some of these corporations they should just have so
Yeah.
much money.
They got ridiculous amounts
Well,
of
like
money.
that Dyson's, he shipped out now to Singapore.
Well,
isn't
or, yeah, and
That's
apparently Remainers are trying to say it's to do with Brexit, but apparently
it? To do with business.
it's solely business.
And the thing is,
And they moved headquarters back in 2003. It's solely business. But again, and what people are saying is, we should actually be taking a leaf from his book because he's going to places like Singapore where business is thriving
And they'll bring trade
and
back
having
to Britain.
deals there. So why aren't we doing the same? Why can't we go to places
Yeah.
like this and strike up
And it
deals?
might not be directly to do it. Well, it might be to do with Brexit in the sense that they're not making a decision. They're stringing out this decision for such a long time. It's affecting his business. And you're saying business people are business minded. And
Yeah.
if Britain is successful, all these people will come straight back
Well,
to
there's
us.
huge risks of. I think it's Germany going into fucking recession. Italy, there's like uprising there and stuff
What do
like
you
that.
think when we leave, someone has to fill that financial vacuum? And it's
Fuck
going to
'em.
rely on France, Germany, Italy, the richer ones, Switzerland. Are they
I just think everybody should be like, it doesn't work anymore. Clearly doesn't work. If we go back, if we remain, we'll have all the issues again. There'll be economy struggling. We'll have to pick up the fucking pieces and all that, right? It's just too much. Let's get out of it. Let's just do our own fucking thing. I'm so aware of I don't know anything about it, but I'm aware there could be and maybe some upheavals.
Well, there will be, won't there?
but why should that stop us from
Yeah.
trying? I think nowadays everybody wants reassurance. Everybody wants
Roses,
cuddles.
is it,
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta have a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
And ultimately, like we said before, I didn't agree with Remain, but I agree in democracy. We just need to get on with it now, don't we?
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
People voted. We put the vote to the people, and people voted.
But they're all going on about this, James Dyson and all that. But it's business.
Yeah, it's business.
Absolute business.
And if one country's doing better, he's going to earn more money. He's naturally going to go there.
Yeah.
It's like these footballers in China playing these remote parts of China. They go in there purely for the money.
Yeah, but the jobs they still got in Britain, they're not closed down. All he's done is just moved his office.
Yeah, I think one person has moved. Like, in terms of, like, the effect on like, you know, workplace and whatever else. Like, one person has gone over.
Where the Dyson factories are, they're still there. They're not
No, he's
being
growing.
They're still there. He's just expanding.
The guy's growing.
Aggressive expansion.
Yeah, the guy's a beast, man. But then, again, and this guy is for leaving the European Union, you know? There's a lot of businessmen out there, businesswomen too, who think that it is a potentially really good thing for the UK.
Definitely.
Yeah, we have a lot to offer.
Guys, we started about Sala.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, there's not much to really say, is it?
No.
I mean, it's a terrible thing that's happened. There's been a lot of support from other clubs.
Apparently, Leicester have offered to
Give him one of their forwards, yeah.
But it is sad. It's even on I think the sad part about it all is, on a human level, it's very sad. It's like one of us starting a new job, a dream job you've always wanted to do, and on the way there you get bloody killed in a car crash. It's tragic.
Oh yeah,
absolutely tragic.
It's the worst.
But on a level for Cardiff City now, it gets to the nasty part where it's going to turn now into a business, because he is an asset of a company, isn't he? 15 million quid.
Well, unfortunately, there's the human aspect of it, and there's the football aspect of it as well. So, you know, it sounds distasteful to mention it, but obviously, there is that factor too.
It's really sad, and it'll turn. It's going to turn nasty, unfortunately, but very, very sad.
Well, we hope that something can be, something good comes of this. Maybe they find him. Maybe, who knows? Fingers crossed. Right, what's the next one? Oh, that's funny, yeah. So we have a little Lad Chat podcast Facebook Messenger group, and this was posted by, I think it was you or Chris.
Yeah, no, someone passed it on to me, actually. One of our listeners, Greg Nicholas, if you're listening.
So this is from a newspaper, which I will mention out of respect. This is about vampires. So we have a vampire couple who, on a regular basis, drink their girlfriend's blood. This polyamorous couple who are living as vampires have opened up about their peculiar lifestyle in this week's episode of Extreme Love. Logan South, what a cunt, and his wife Daly shared chilling details about what they get up to in their spare time, including drinking the blood of their donor girlfriend. Now
Steve is all over this.
So in true vampire form, they wear fangs, they avoid the light, and drink the blood of their donor girlfriend, Ilona, I think her name is.
I bet they don't use the fangs to bite them.
No. They use
a razor blade.
No, they use like a fucking diabetes pen, like to prick yourself. So
Daly, only getting a little amount.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's hardly drinking blood.
But they're not going to go nuts, are they? You probably make them sick.
Well, the ones I've heard about, they get a razor blade. They again do little slits and all that. Open up the cut there.
I mean, I'll read on.
Down to get a cup underneath there.
Oh, that's.
I'll read on and I'll see if I can
go.
So this is this Logan, right? So he says, Daly and I usually feed from Ilona about once or twice a month. And then Daly added, it's a good idea to know your donor. We have them tested every 6 months for blood-borne illnesses. They say it's not sexual.
It's hard for her to get life insurance if she's doing that.
They say it's not sexual. It's not sexual aspect for me. I'm not turned on while I'm drinking blood. It's just something that hey, it's been a month. I probably need a feed. I'm feeling a little down. Do you mind? And Logan has always been very drawn to the aspect of intimacy and the primal urge. There's a very sexual nature to it because it's someone taking you in.
I thought one sexually orientated.
Despite wearing fangs, Logan and Daly don't bite, but instead use the same tool diabetics use to prick her skin before passionately sucking on her fingers. So they prick the fingers and.
Fuck off!
Although married, the pair of us.
I kept myself. Where I go?
Oh my God! The wife, she's had her ears surgically altered to achieve the vampire look.
Oh, we've talked about that before, haven't we?
What's this? Got like Spock ears, is it?
Yeah. And this guy's wearing eye
I
contact.
bet someone would go up to go, "You a Trekkie?"
Yeah.
No, I am not.
Yeah.
I'm a vampire. You look like a Trekkie to me.
Oh, you get well pissed off going through that surgery and some go, you look like a freaking... Yes.
But you get people doing like corn stuff and all that, splitting their tongue in half to look like a snake.
There must be something. It can't be healthy. It can't be healthy drinking somebody's blood.
No, it's not. It's really dangerous.
Yeah.
But you just think, guys...
But just drinking, okay, let's say it was blood and they weren't infected, but that can't be good for you.
It says it, the natural reaction to drinking blood is to throw up.
Yeah.
But you just think, guys, about the kind of people. It must be hard enough to get someone who wants to join a polyamorous couple anyway, to be in a polyamorous relationship, and then drink your blood.
Why do you sit there on a Sunday evening like that? Two twats either side of you nibbling.
I have no problem. If my hand was bleeding, I have no problem going.
Yeah, your own blood.
Even if it's running, because I'll go like.
Yeah, but that's like the natural reaction.
See, I don't.
To me, I'm thinking, I'm just filling myself back up. But no, it's just going in my stomach, just making me feel
Yeah, but
sick.
I'd need at least a pint to fill me up, though. Like, if I was a vampire, God help you.
So
You more than a cup of coffee and a lie down after I finish
James
for you.
would be stalking those
So,
£600 life people, wouldn't you?
Fuck
Is
yeah.
it?
Feed
Your
off
body
them.
owns about 8 to 9 pints, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 8 pints, I think. That's just
like
yeah.
that.
Like imagine that. That would be a great documentary, though. You would just have to start with an opening shot of the woman sat there like that, wouldn't you?
See, nowadays,
On
with
a
all this
sofa.
gender, fluidity and identity politics, I mean, they probably could be recognised as actual vampires.
Oh yeah, they
In
are.
this day and
People are, yeah.
age, they could probably have like rights, the right to be
You get
invisible.
People who claim themselves to be witches and all that.
The right to not work daytime.
Because it just leads to loads of questions like, where would you meet other vampires?
Well, they're a member of this vampire society, and they have
makes
these.
sense.
Look, fucking Facebook. There's so many different
Oh,
groups.
yeah,
out there.
yeah.
I love cheese sandwiches. There could be a pretty group for that.
Probably is actually.
Probably is,
Let's
yeah.
have a look. I bet there is.
So yeah, but then, and that's how they all meet and get together, what have you. But yeah, what about would they allow that with cannibalism? Is that the same thing, right?
Yeah, love. Oh, I love grilled cheese sandwiches.
Unless you're drinking them to death.
Oh, I just
But
don't
there's a
know.
risk. And what if you go? What if you're like, I'm starving, I'm really hungry, and you like nip an artery or something?
But it's
More
hard.
for everyone. It's like a fountain going out your fucking neck.
But if you're hungry,
Yeah.
is drinking blood, is pricking your finger and sucking it. It would
You're
take
not,
you.
you're not going to get enough.
No.
It's going to clot in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, of course it is, unless you're.
But
eating
that's why.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because I mean, those pens, they take a small
Yeah.
You
drop of
just
blood.
put the lime paper.
I mean,
in it,
unless she's
test it.
fucking going nuts and a leg looks like a fucking braille board.
See, I'll just use a scalpel or something like that.
Yeah, but that's when you get the nasty.
Go across the back.
Oh,
Take some anodine so the blood flows better. Fill my cup up, bitch.
Jesus Christ.
what do you mean, half a
Then
cup?
stick a plaster on it with a smiley face.
There are some proper freaks out there. Like, imagine what would the chance be? You'd be in a relationship with someone and be like, "Oh, do you know what I really fancy?" And you both say at the same time, "Drinking your blood." Like, what would the
Yeah.
chances be to meet a vampire anyway? Because
They must have these weird urges and then go online.
I'll have to do the test on him, like the garlic test.
And what if
the
they like
mirror
garlic?
test.
But do you think these people play into the stereotypes though?
Right, what happened was,
Right,
right?
there's no such thing as vampires first of all.
No.
right?
Right, growing up, they watched Salem's Lot of Fright Night. They got all obsessed over it, and they're like, "Yeah, that's exactly what I want to be." And then they realised there was other dicks who wanted to do the same fucking thing. They
Then
all met
Facebook
up.
come along.
Yeah, they got it on. They got their freak on. They got the fangs and the eye contact lenses. Made everything black. Slept in all day, and that's it. Life of a fucking
What
vampire.
sort of job would vampires do though?
Well, they're just going by what people wrote in books
Yeah,
about
yeah.
vampires.
But they're literally.
They'd have to work night
But
shifts.
in,
Wouldn't they?
like in some,
They're probably
Eastern-
stacking shelves in fucking Asda all night.
like some Eastern European.
Lunch
well,
break.
it all resembles from Romania,
Yeah,
Transylvania,
yeah.
with Vlad the Impaler, which
Yeah,
you're
that's
supposed to drink the blood of his enemies.
Yeah. But like, I think that's the point, though, isn't it? It's like, you know, it's taking fictional characters and then trying to become that. And
But is it art imitating life?
He never had an immortal life.
No, not at all.
He died at a certain age. He didn't live for like hundreds of years.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. But anyway,
but the thing is,
they all seem happy doing it. Let him get on with it.
He was just a blueprint of the vampire era.
But like you said, James, as long as they're biting each other and drinking each other's blood, then it's still pretty freaking weird. But it's their kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine that though, Steve. Imagine you met some girl. She's like, I'm really into drinking blood.
I think Ratty would be like, is she fit or not?
Yeah.
Steve, okay, so she was the fittest woman in the world, but she was properly into drinking blood, like pints of the stuff.
I want to have pints.
Yeah, but Steve, if she was really into it, unless
she knows how to do fucking the bag thing. Put a pint in a bag.
It comes on all
Give
pasty.
me a cup of tea and a biscuit.
Right, it comes on all pasty.
Yeah.
So the answer is, would you be interested?
No.
Yeah, there's a line in there.
Fuck that. Right.
But what about by accident? She's on.
Oh, Steve. Let's leave it there, guys.
I had a mouthful.
Steve.
But just use it as a fucking tea bag and just dunk it in some hot water.
Oh, guys.
Congealed, licking it off the rim of the cup. Anyway, let's move on to an interesting story that we've all heard about. Conversion therapy, which is found mainly, I think it's like evangelical nutcases. So there's a story here about, where does it start? A guy called Mr. Matheson from America, and he was a prominent therapist in the controversial gay conversion movement. But he's recently come out as gay. So
that's interesting. Do you reckon he went into it because of his own sexuality and tried to think, is there a way?
What better way to meet gay people? In the gay conversion thing.
But I just think it's so hypocritical and so rich of these people to try and convert gay people when he's gay. Like, I wonder if he was gay going in or he just developed these...
You're such an evil man.
No, but that's what it is. It's basically a case of mass prejudice towards homosexuality within religion. And it's so-called like an abomination. Yeah. And then if you're gay, brought up in a...
Well, that's what they class in the Bible, an abomination.
Evangelical church, and you'd be constantly told this bullshit, you know, devil this, and you go to hell, and sinners, and all that kind of stuff. You know, and then you start having these feelings, fuck, am I gay? And then you got to push them down and push them down and push them down. And then when you get a gay conversion therapy, you're like, ooh, yeah, I should be doing that, because I shouldn't be gay. But clearly... you're not going to stop it.
It's funny, isn't it? Like,
it's like that. Remember that Ted Nugent, that evangelical preacher?
Oh, with the airplanes.
No. Ted Nugent, right? He was this. He's still going on. He's this prolific evangelical preacher, and he'd say the same stuff about the gays. You know,
Ted Nugent, the rock singer.
Not Ted Nugent. Not Ted Nugent. What am I on about?
Steve, there's you on about rock stars. There's me on about airplanes.
Oh, what's his fucking name?
What does it say? I don't know. Ted Nugent was a priest. He used to play guitar.
Ted Nugent is a beast, but
he's controversial, mind. He likes his hunting and all that.
Okay, why do you find it?
Yeah, you two talk, and I'll.
So I wonder why, Steve. I wonder why people. I think it's probably to suppress his own sort of.
Ted Haggard, sorry.
Haggard, right?
Ted
yes,
Haggard.
yeah.
Don't go to Ted Nugent. But anyway, so he was then arrested he was caught having sex with a rent boy and doing crack. So
so he's been like
he's preached about, you know, gay is wrong and all the rest of it. And meanwhile he's suppressing all these feelings, and then he has this massive blowout with this fucking rent boy in a motel somewhere.
James's hand gestures.
Yeah, massive blowout. and then I think he went on Oprah Winfrey, and he discussed it opened. Yeah, and
but don't you think, guys, it's like nowadays it's a given. I think most people are pretty liberal about that sort of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I think most people, when it comes to people's sexuality, I think the majority of people are very liberal, aren't they? Like, if people are gay, well, that's fine, you know. If people are gay, it's not an issue. But I just think with religion, it's got not all religions, and I work in a religious building, right, in a community centre, and there's a church attached to it. And to be fair, even most of the people there are so liberal.
Yeah.
But you just find that the real like hardcore religious people, they're still so prejudiced. They're still so like homophobic, aren't they? They're still
Like,
so.
I understand if you don't believe that a man and a woman should, a man and a woman shouldn't lay down together because it goes against your religious beliefs. No, I understand. You may think,
it's just
well,
sexuality is different.
Yeah, I get that, and as long as you're respectful of people who do think the opposite, then fine. I understand if you go, I don't think that's right. I think a man and a woman should lay together because they could procreate and have children.
If the gay man was doing charity work and giving them more money, they would not give a fuck.
But I get it. But nevertheless, you shouldn't stop others from doing what they want to do.
No.
Live life you want to live.
You base someone on their nature and their character rather than, you know, their colour or creed.
Yeah, but this is why I hate all this identity politics shit, because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you base someone on
care. I don't give a
character.
shit. I don't care.
And the thing is, right?
That's your personal life. Do what you want to do. I don't care if somebody says, "Oh, by the way, I'm gay." What do you want me to do about it?
Yeah.
I don't care. As long as you're a good person.
Yeah, well, it's a non-issue.
Yeah.
But I find it interesting that this guy's come out, and so his career was based on converting people
and now
from being gay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really funny.
So I suppose, but then that's funny though. That's a massive.
It's the irony.
That's a massive point though, that it doesn't work and it will never work, because if you are a therapist yourself who's qualified to do this, but then you can't even fucking convince yourself you're not gay, it's just a massive bunch of bollocks.
I wonder where that leaves him.
Unless you had a gay guy go in there and he's another one of him, but he's a gay converter.
Yeah.
I talked him into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like this? No, but it's just fucking ridiculous. But it's just America though, that side of America. I mean, they talk about like Middle East, and there's these extreme fundamentalists, you know.
There's also the deep south of America.
Yeah, but then there's these evangelical pricks in America and some over here too, you know, all that rattlesnake church shit going on and all the fucking rest of it. But
I think it all boils down to, like, as long as people aren't affecting you, as long as they're doing it, you know, do you know what I mean? Like, why do people have to get involved in other people's business? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you know, I've got gay friends and stuff like that, and it's fine. Like, you know, I just don't think it's an issue anymore, is it?
See, I can't stand people who are prejudiced towards somebody based on sexuality or race or whatever. Yeah. Like, that's just, I can't stand that. That's just disgusting behaviour, right? So that's there. I also can't stand people who wear their identity on their sleeve and that defines everything which they are and which they do, right? Well, stop making a big fucking deal about it. Just be who you want to be, right? And that should be there. And that's the way I feel about this whole fucking thing. You know, we should all just get along. We're all different, and that should be celebrated. But let's not be prejudiced, and let's not be fucking wankers about it.
But it was funny because I worked with a vegan many a year ago, but she let that define her.
Yeah, but that's the point. Why? It's what you fucking eat. Who gives a shit?
That's what I didn't understand, because she would say, "Oh, you know, people." It was a funny one because she brought about her own downfall. Really, she would go, "Oh, people judge me because I'm a vegan," but every other word would be a vegan this, a vegan that, a vegan this. And in my family, I've got vegetarians and vegans, and they're fine. They just get on with it. They're vegan. That's fine. For the wedding now, they've just said, you know, we just said, "Oh, what would you like?" And it's not even been. They've not even raised the fact. Do you know what I mean? And it's. I
you
don't know.
Understand people eat meat too.
Yeah. But for that, they got a big fuss about it. They just said, we're vegetarian.
If they said, "Look, Tom, I'm a vegan. Can I?" Yeah, fine. All right, what you prefer? Right, fine. Yeah.
And that's how it's worked out. But
this meat eaters eating all our vegetable food. I'm fucking hungry.
That's some blood.
That's how it goes, though, guys.
I got your own food, have I?
I don't eat a lot of red meat anyway. I never really have. But the burger today was freaking banging, guys.
It was a bang. I'm so hungry.
Was that? So you're gonna get a double cheeseburger?
I just could have got mental.
Yeah.
Cardiac arrest style.
Guys, I've got to say, talking about burgers, there are people in work giving me jip about the 10 cheeseburger challenge.
What would they say?
One or two of the girls reckon they could do it.
Fuck off.
Yeah, Katie.
Get him to do it.
Get him on it. Get him
That's
on
what
it.
I've said to her. I've
Get him on
said,
it.
Katie, you do it, and I'll film you. I said, I'll even buy the burgers for you if you want to
Yeah.
have a go.
Do it. It's not.
She keeps giving me jip, and Chris Woods, my boss, keeps giving me jip about it.
Right, we'll all do it. Because I think I could do it this time. Right?
Are you going to have another crack at it?
Yeah, I think I
reckon
could do
you
it.
should.
I think I could do it.
I'll chip in and buy the burgers. I'll film it. I don't think. Oh well, I know I couldn't. I just know I couldn't. It's pointless me doing it.
I gotta be Tom. No,
All right,
no
James.
disrespect, Tom, but you were fucking
No,
shit.
okay. So next week, right, James? Should we try and do it? When's good for you?
Yeah, a Sunday be good. Yeah.
Okay. So what about next week? We'll try and do it again. Another.
All right then. Who's gonna do it?
Well, I wouldn't. It's no point in me doing it. I don't
Okay.
think Chris. He's well. Again, I don't know his.
With the diabetes and everything else, you don't want to fucking push it, right?
I know I won't eat 10.
Yeah. You want to get somebody who I think I could eat 10.
I wonder.
I think I could do it.
Just
I had
do on your
nearly
own,
8.
trying to do it, though,
I had
Jim.
nearly 8
Yeah.
down me. I had like a bite left of the 8th one left.
But you only
And
stopped.
2 more.
You only stopped because you saw the food I was eating, and
Yeah.
But I reckon if you were on your
I
own,
looked at you, I was like, fuck, that's in my stomach. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing to myself? But I think if I had like a nice big thing of Coke that I could just sip on and then a thing of water.
5, no problem. 5,
go
no
on,
problem.
Steve. Well, why didn't you get 5, Steve? James, get.
5 will be no problem. They're not that big of burgers. I have done 5 burgers before.
No, these are
And
double
that's just
ones.
one
Though.
around town.
You just had 5 burgers, so you had a bag of 5 burgers. What about Steve?
I had 3 chicken burgers and 2 cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Really? See, I
That's the
wish
stuff.
I get in a way. I envy people being able to eat like that. Because I just can't. Like my eyes are bigger than my belly.
So do you think? Is it more like you think you've eaten too much, or you feel so
yeah,
full?
I just feel full. Like you know when we were doing it the other day, how many did I eat
Of what now?
of the cheeseburgers? Can you remember how much did I have?
What for the 10 burger?
Yeah.
10. I think you had. It was 3.
Yeah, and
Because
that
when I was on my 7th, and you said, "Oh, go on, Jim," and I said, "Yeah, but what you got left?" Because you had 3, there was 7 left. I said, "What's on your plate is in my stomach right now."
yeah. So
Remember?
yeah, and literally like I to the point where I didn't eat anything the rest of the day, and I think I
Yeah.
don't think I ate till like
I was
midday.
done. Honestly, I was done till like the next day. I was like, "Fucking, I'm full."
All right,
as
then should
fuck.
we have a crack at it next week?
All right.
I'll bring my camera because I want to mess around with it as well.
Okay then.
We'll do it nice.
All right then. Who's gonna do it though? Just me.
Yeah.
Is that a bit shit though?
No, because you're attempting it. I reckon we should try and get a food challenge person here with us, Jay, and you challenge them.
What? He fucking upstaged me. I'm on my 8th, and he's like battered it, saying, "Can I have some more?"
Like, there's a food challenge place we could actually go to
Yeah.
and just go and try and film.
I do
something
that
there.
definitely. All right, let us know if you want to see some food challenges. In fact, they're pretty the most popular videos we've done.
No, they are because people love a food challenge. Like
People
it
have
is-
a fat bastard stuff in their face.
No, there's one girl. She's done 100 burgers. She's a slim little girl.
yeah.
She's freaking batters
There
it.
is this. Some people just have an ability.
Yeah.
Like mine is just pure greed, right?
Yeah.
But there are people who have a skill in it, and they're
Yeah.
professionals. There's a way
Professionals,
to.
they use technique.
Yeah.
There's a way to. I'm just a glutton.
They probably have like ours previously. They probably had a litre, a bottle of water just to swell
stretch the stomach. Yeah,
stretch the stomach out a
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
James, what you want to do? So you got a week now, just because you're off work next week, aren't you?
No, I'm in. Week after, I think.
I was going to say, you got a week to train yourself, Jim.
Yeah.
Like, I do genuinely wish I could just freaking batter these food challenges.
I'm not sure. Did I eat that day before? I can't remember if I did.
Yeah, you did, yeah. 'cause
I think
you
I
said,
had
I've
food.
already eaten.
Yeah. See, I've already eaten. I've done 8, nearly 8. I reckon I'd do it.
I reckon you can as well, James.
If I get up, have a little breakfast, drink some water,
Yeah, because the problem
They
is...
are the saver burgers.
double cheese. Yeah.
149 or something like that.
We'll have to order them ages
Yeah.
before, though.
Yeah. Oh, no, be
But I
quick.
reckon you could do it because I think last time what put
That's
you off...
20 burgers.
But what put you... And the fact with me, not that I would have done much more, but the fact is they were burgers I didn't actually like either. Because it had sauce in there and I don't like the
Yeah.
sauces.
No, to be honest, and that does matter.
Yeah, because all I
It
could
does,
taste was
to
the
taste-
mustard.
taste-
and
If you're eating 10 of them,
Yeah, your mouth's
and
gonna
you don't
feel
like
dry,
it,
Yeah.
that will fuck you over.
It was like the pickles in there I didn't like.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
the
See,
mustard.
that flavour to me, that
Yeah.
Well, that's what I tried to do. I
I've
tried to
tried that.
focus on each. I tried to pick up on each flavor, so I wouldn't tire of it.
Because
It's like,
if you've just got bun and burger, it'd be dry. Yeah, no
yeah,
wonder.
but that's what I found. It started tasting like bread.
Yeah.
Just bread. But
So
like,
what you could do is try and do it a different way. So take them all apart.
Well,
you can do it like that. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
have extra sauces if you've most.
Well, I'm thinking of condiments. I'm thinking of pop and what. Really thinking like how to do it.
Steve, I can't wait for next week now.
I'd be fucking in a coma. I tell you, I'd be
Jeez,
fucked.
but you'll have eaten 10.
Yeah, I was so bad. I could not poop after.
Well,
It
yeah.
was hot. I was so backed up. It was
Get yourself some prune juice.
honestly.
James had an enema.
Oh yeah. It was like trying to get those Thai football team out of that cave. Just like it wasn't happening.
Hey, it looks like it's going to snow, guys.
Right, boys, that's nearly an hour done. I'm busting for the loo. For
So
the wee,
next
that is.
week, make sure you tune in next week.
All right, next week,
It's on.
a reattempt of the 10 double cheeseburger
Should we do a
challenge.
podcast before it?
Before, yeah. Don't do it after. Because I'll be like, all right, so Let's Chat Podcast, yahoo.com. Get in touch, send us some emails. Let's Chat Podcast on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. We need to get our subscriptions up so we can all give up work. Twitter, Let's Chat Podcast. SoundCloud, Let's Chat Podcast. And iTunes, Let's Chat Podcast. Okay, goodbye.